The Fed says they support continued stimulus during this uneven recovery. Biden hands the decision of a fourth stimulus check back to Congress. More pipelines possibly closing in the United States, while Biden hands Russia a $1 billion bone. Are UFOs real or used to distract the American people? All right, now, earlier this week, the Federal Reserve held a conference in Atlanta, Georgia, to discuss the economy, the stock market, jobs, and the recovery effort. Federal Reserve Vice Chairman Richard Clarida said we are dealing with an uneven recovery in the economy and the country. Some have called this a K-shaped recovery, but he has chosen to label it as an uneven recovery. Clarida said, regarding the closing and reopening of the U.S. economy, it was an unprecedented shock. It led to unprecedented collapses, and we have an unprecedented recovery. Clarida felt continued stimulus was needed to help even out the economy while jobs come back. The head of the Treasury, Janet Yellen, is now trying to get support for President Biden's $2.3 trillion infrastructure spending package, or the Build Back Better plan. She has the support of most Democrats, but moderate Democrats are torn on the price tag, where the money will be spent, and the amount of tax increase required to justify the jump in national debt. Yellen is garnering almost no support from Republicans that want to stick to traditional infrastructure spending like roads, bridges, airports, trains, etc. Senator Joe Manchin said he really doesn't know if he can back Biden's tax increases and spending level with the new spending bill. Manchin has been quiet on the American Families Plan, which is the social infrastructure spending bill. Now, regarding a fourth stimulus check, President Biden said he's going to stay out of it and leave it up to Congress to decide whether a fourth stimulus check should be included in the Build Back Better plan or the American Families Plan. So basically, he's knocked the ball back to Congress and told them to decide. He didn't say he was for it. He didn't say he was against it, just that it would be their decision. Now, yesterday I told you that it was my opinion that the chances of a fourth stimulus check 100% hang with the Democrat Party. If they don't push a check through, they will be seen as breaking promises and not looking out for the American people, which they have said is their biggest focus. They right now have full power to push through their bill and spending using budget reconciliation. But the question remains, were they just pushing a stimulus check as a talking point, or will they actually make it happen? I guess we'll know here in the next little while. Republicans have been clear that their major focus going forward are jobs, back-to-work bonuses, and keeping taxes low for the American people. Now, do you think Democrats will put a stimulus check in the Build Back Better plan or the American Families Plan, or will it be left out altogether? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. By the way, I just want to say thank you guys so much for liking these videos. It helps me get the word out through YouTube, and I appreciate you guys doing that for me. All right, now the $1,000 to $2,000 stimulus checks coming from the IRS regarding the refund on the first $10,200 of unemployment in 2020 are expected to start going out any day now. For those that found themselves unemployed, what a great little stimulus check that will be arriving, right? Now, this was thrown in the very last day of negotiation. So anything could be thrown in last minute. The stimulus checks in December were thrown in just days before President Trump signed, and this $10,200 of tax-free money on unemployment was thrown in last minute, and now a good portion of the country will be getting another stimulus check. So we'll see what comes out in the next little bit. Now, as states are now receiving federal dollars from the last stimulus package, states are starting to decide how best to spend this money in their state budgets, and also with helping their state citizens. Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, is trying to pass a $100 billion stimulus package for California residents. He is seeking to send a $600 stimulus check to tens of millions of residents and wants to add an additional $5 billion in rent assistance. Could other states follow this? After saying California would go broke, Nancy Pelosi pushed to get $300 billion pushed out to states, with New York and California receiving the lion's share of that money. However, Governor Newsom said they've been able to find money for this new stimulus program based on increased tax revenue. So which is it? Are you going broke, or did you guys have plenty of money, right? Governor Newsom also wants to send $500 stimulus checks to children in California. Now, some are speculating that Governor Newsom may be trying to buy votes, as he is in the process of being recalled as the state governor. So they had money once his career was on the line. Just kind of interesting, right? YouTube stimulus updater Meet Kevin is actually running for governor against Gavin Newsom. So we'll see who becomes the new governor of California. So will we see other states follow this new pattern of state-offered stimulus checks with the money they got from the federal government? Or is this just something for California residents only? If this passes under Governor Newsom, this will be the fourth stimulus check for California residents. The fifth stimulus check if the federal government goes through, the fourth based on the state. And if a fourth stimulus check goes through with the federal government, that would be 6 stimulus checks to California residents. All right, now as more and more states jump on board with ending the federal unemployment boost early, do you think other states will jump on board with delivering a state stimulus check? Let me know what you think in the comments. President Biden said the best way to tackle climate change comes down to one word: jobs. If jobs move in the direction of better for the climate, then the climate will move in the direction of better for us. President Biden also said the future of cars in America is the electric car. This after test driving Ford's new car lineup. Some in Washington, D.C. are finding Biden's policies to be very confusing. He shut down the Keystone Pipeline his first day in office, but then just gave permission to lift sanctions on Russia's new pipeline stretching into Germany. He also seems to be supporting Governor Whitmer of Michigan closing an Enbridge pipeline, which would cause further gas price increases for Michigan residents, the country of Canada, and the northern states in the United States. Now, speaking of President Biden and new energy, more and more is coming out about the U.S. military having alien technology based on videos that were leaked from the Navy showing unidentified aerial phenomenon. Yesterday, former President Obama said he knows for a fact the military and Pentagon have video of what appears to be UFOs, but wouldn't say whether they were in possession of alien bodies, alien technology, or alien aircraft. Now, according to the Trump stimulus package signed in December, the military and the U.S. Pentagon are supposed to release a report identifying and coming clean on whether there is alien technology. But you have to wonder, if the government has been covering up aliens and alien technology for 50 years, why are they suddenly going to tell us about it now? Some speculate UFO information is released just at the right time in order to distract the American people from what's really going on in the U.S. government. I'd be curious to know from my community, do you guys think that the United States is in possession of UFO technology? Or is this a major distraction tactic used against us? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. As airlines move back to pre-pandemic capacity, some airlines are toying with the idea of weighing passengers before they board an airplane, similar to weighing their luggage. Ticket prices would remain the same for everybody, but a surcharge would be added based on your weight. I understand someone possibly needing to buy a second seat based on their body size and shape, but this seems very over the top to me. What do you think? Should airlines be able to weigh us before allowing us onto a plane? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, Congress has passed a new bill, the AAPI bill, or the Anti-Asian and Pacific Islander Hate Crime Bill, to stop the amount of hate crimes committed against Americans of Asian descent and Americans of Pacific Island descent. This is my update for today. As I know more, I will definitely come on and share more. Before you go, make sure to get registered for the giveaway that Casey and I are doing, with over $3,000 in prizes and cash, just to say thank you for being members of our community. Now, before you go, I just wish to remind you that you are amazing. I appreciate you being in my community, and I'll see you on the next video.